Hi there, welcome to this video where I'm going to completely reorganise the perches by my bird hide. If you're a regular to the channel, you will have seen plenty of videos from my bird hide in the garden, and just here behind me are the perches that I use. Over here are the feeders that attract the birds, and as they come and land on the feeders, they land on the perches just here. But they've been in this configuration for quite a while now, so it's time to completely strip it back to nothing and rebuild them, because otherwise photographs get very samey, and I want to give myself something interesting to come out and photograph while I'm out in the bird hide and just really enjoy my photography. A really big thank you to everybody that's taken the time to click the like, subscribe and the bell notifications, because it really does help out the channel. And I also want to mention John and Sandra, who are really big supporters of the channel and regularly comment on many of my videos. If you are able to support me financially, then I do have memberships available. So for a small monthly price, you can get access to lots of different perks, such as early access to my videos and members only content, and it really helps me to make better content. So if you're interested in that, there's a link down below in the description, or you can click the join button to see a video explaining all the perks. Now, I have been meaning to update my perches for quite a few months and have just never got around to it. And last weekend the UK was hit by Storm Darrell, which was quite a heavy storm. We were without power for 24 hours, which just goes to show how severe it was. But as a result, several trees were blown down, and I've got two great big stumps here that gave me the idea for doing this. And I'm going to use this big one here as my centerpiece, and that is going to be where I will attract woodpeckers. So I'm going to put some holes in this for pushing in suet pellets that I normally do, and then I'm going to build the rest of the display off this centerpiece. I attach all of my perches with Velcro because it's really quick and easy just to undo the Velcro, and you can move them to new positions as and when, and so you could really reposition them every time you come out for a shoot. But I find it's a very secure way of fastening the perches on, but very quickly you can undo them and move them to a new location. Now, I am going to save these branches for use in the future, because even though they've been used in this configuration today, I might put them in a slightly different position another time and they'll look completely different. So they'll go onto the stockpile and they'll gather some moss, so the next time I use them they might look even more interesting. Oh, you. Oh, I can't believe I've done that. What a dick. I'm not sure I've got hugely great hopes for this plan. It's got very, very strong potential to fail, but I found a bit of wood as a batten and I'm screwing it into this main tree trunk to try and brace it back together again. Now, the main tree trunk itself actually must be fairly rotten because of it breaking just by dropping it from a small height to break in the middle like that. There's not much substance in the middle, I wouldn't have thought. So hopefully when I come to stand it up, if I do it carefully, it potentially might hold together, so fingers crossed. So here we go. This will either be the moment of truth or moment of failure, because I've only been able to put one brace on because I want to try and leave the front as free as possible so I can take photographs from the other side. But let's see what happens. So far so good. I think I might have got away with that. That seems to be holding. Okay. So I've propped up the bit of log with the fungus on just here in a gap between the main tree and this fence, and all I've really done is just leant it against a bit of branch just to stop it from falling over, and again it's going to be really easy to move should I want to in the future. Now I've put a very thin branch just here going over from the main tree to the feeders. I am aware it'll probably act like a squirrel runway, but the squirrels will still get to the feeders anyway. I can't stop those. And it's going to make a really nice perch because it's very thin. And I've also decided that I'm going to retire this tree stump at the moment. It's a great tree trunk because of this big round hole at the front of it, but I've got so many photographs with birds in the hole that I think it's about time to give it a rest and just free up the space that it creates. I've got quite an interesting bit of gnarled tree here that I've attached to this cross beam at a place where there's a bit of twig that I've cut off, so it wouldn't be very useful anyway. If a bird landed here, it wouldn't be very photogenic. And then I've taken a log from the wood pile and just rested that in a nook. Now I did have to cut off a bit of branch that was sticking in front of this, and because I've cut into this it looks a little bit raw. So one tip is to grab a handful of soil and rub it on top of the bit that you've cut off. It just dirties it down and it really disguises it, and it makes it so it doesn't look as fresh and it looks a lot more natural. When you're designing a setup like this, you do have to think about a few things. First of all, trying to keep the display on about the same focal plane as where you'll be sitting when you're taking the photos. It's really important because if it's at a complete angle, then you're going to be zooming in and out and you're going to have to be changing focus all the time. So being on about the same plane is really important. Also, you've got the choice of going for minimal perches, and that way you guarantee where the birds are going to land, or you get lots of opportunity with lots of different perches, and then it's a little bit more fun. So it's just a bit of catch-22. What do you want to go for? And I just prefer lots of different possibilities because it just makes sitting in the hide taking photographs much more interesting. So what I need to do now is I need to find something just to fill this spot here, because this will be the final perch that the birds land on before they hop over to the feeders. So this perch needs to be really nice looking. I found an attractive bit of apple tree that's quite thin, and so it'll sit here, but the birds will be able to land in all of this area. It'll be quite interesting. So what I need to do now is knock this metal post into the ground at the right angle, and then I can Velcro this bit of twig to it. The next job is to make some holes on the back of this tree so I can use it for pushing suet into. Now all you have to remember is that these holes shouldn't be visible from the hide or where you're sitting to take the photographs. So just go to the side and then slightly behind, and that'll be the ideal location, because when the woodpeckers land, the holes won't be seen, but the woodpecker will be in a really nice profile. Now I've got the hole, I can push these suet pellets into them because they're just the right size, and then I'll push them in with this old screwdriver that I've cut the end off. It's a great tool for this job, but I have been asked before why I do this, and there's a good reason why I push the suet pellets into holes, and it's because when the woodpecker lands on the side of this tree trunk, it's gonna get its bill into the hole and it will get its bill covered in the suet. So if I can slow it down a little bit and catch it as it lands on the side, there is a brief moment before its bill gets covered in suet where it's going to be completely clean, and it just takes a little bit longer for the woodpecker to get the suet out, so it's going to hang around on the side of the tree trunk for a little bit longer as well. Well, I've nearly finished here, everything's in place, and I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. Now the rain's just started, it's not very heavy at the moment, so I'm going to have to quickly tidy everything away, make everything look really nice, and then I'm going to leave the display for a couple of days to let the birds get used to the new setup, and then very shortly, stay tuned because I'm going to come out and I'm going to try and take some photographs. So see you in a few seconds. It's now a few days later and I've edited the first part of the video, and that took quite a long while to set up the perches, so I'm going to make this a two-parter. I have spent a little bit of time sitting in the hide photographing some birds, so I will show you those before the video ends, but I'm going to make a part 2 and spend a bit more time talking about how I photograph birds in the hide, so look out for that in the near future. I'm really pleased with the way that the perches have turned out. The birds have started using them, and I've got some nice pictures this morning. I still am yet to see the woodpecker on the big tree. I did see it yesterday on the feeders, but it didn't land on the tree. And I have got a picture that I missed this morning of a goldfinch on one of the really attractive perches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend quite a bit of time over the next week or so coming out, taking photographs, and that's going to form the basis of part 2 for this video. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that video, and if you have, let me know down below in the comments, and nip over to my Instagram or Vero account, that's @Photography. Leave me your comments there, and you can also see lots of my photographs. Now if you like what I do on the channel and you want to help support me to make future content like this, then you can leave that at the gift shop. That's at Teespring. There I've got a range of merchandise on offer, so head off over there because the purchase really does help me out and it's very much appreciated. Don't forget about my membership program. Check out the link down below to find out more information about that. But you don't have to spend any money at all to support the channel. You can do that simply by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications. It really helps me out and it makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. Watch out for next week's video. That goes live on Sunday. In the meantime, go and check out this video just up here. But all that's left now is to say, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.